now, and then we will get started. Fantastic. So as usual, I'm going to be running the class just from back here, and all you need today is 1 or 2 pillows. If you haven't got them already, I'll give you a tick to run and get them, and also just some water with you as well. Fab. So if you are using the playlist, play now on the first track and make sure you're not on shuffle. And we're just going to start lying down on the mat, on our backs, lying down. Now you can have your feet flat against the floor, or you can have them up, you can have them out, wherever you're most comfortable. We're just going to stay here for a minute or so and get in the zone. Focus on that breathing. Nice deep breaths in and then out. Deep breath in and out again. Nice, guys. Keep that breathing going. Lovely. Now we've had a lot of sessions going on this week. We've had lots of runs, lots of HIIT sessions, lots of strength workouts. So today we're going to work through a full body stretch that's going to attack and stretch out all the muscles of the body, hopefully, make you feel a little bit more rejuvenated and ready for the week ahead. Well done, guys. Just going to stay here for another minute, breathing in and out. Close down those eyes if you like. Make yourself ready for this evening's session. Perfect. Okay, whenever you're ready, stretch those legs out. Grab the hands together, stretch them overhead, and we're stretching the whole body, pointing those toes. As much stretching as we can. Really stretch the body as if you're touching the walls either side of you, and relax into a little ball. Bring those knees up to the chest and squeeze them in tight to counter. Now we're going to do a few reps of this just to wake up the body. When you're ready, stretch back out again, pointing those toes, trying as hard as you can to touch the 2 walls either side of you. Reach, 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 reach. And back in to a little curled up ball. Well done, guys. Stay in the ball for another couple of seconds. Stop. And stretching back out again, pointing those toes, stretching the hands overhead. And back into that ball one last time. And now pull those knees as far in as you can. And we're just going to gently rock from side to side, massaging the back a little bit. Go wherever you feel your body needs. Start going forwards and backwards a little if you like, or side to side if that's where you feel the back needs a little more of a massage. I'm just going to stay here. Ooh, pulling those knees in nice and tight. And when you're ready, release those legs back down to the floor again. And we're going to go into a few spinal twists. So we're going to put the right arm up next to your side. Now you can either have it completely out to the side or at a right angle. We're going to bring the right knee up and take it in the left hand. We're going to slowly bring the right knee over to the left-hand side, keeping your gaze looking at the hand at the right. Now you might feel a few cracks in your back here. That's totally fine. Just stretching over, stretching all through the spine. Make sure you're looking over to that right-hand side. And most importantly, keep breathing, guys. Need to get nice, fresh oxygenated blood through to those muscles. So keep the breathing going. Well done. I'm gradually going to come back to the middle. I'm going to swap sides. So that left arm now goes out to the side. Left knee comes up into the right hand. Looking over to the left-hand side, we're going to bring the left leg over to the right. Oh, bit of a crack in my back there. Sorry if you heard that. Perfect. I'm just going to stay here, stretching through that lower spine. Well done, guys. Now, a lot of us spend our days, I know, sat at a desk. So this is just a nice one to stretch the back out, loosen those shoulders off a little. And as I said, we're working through the full body today. So hopefully a little bit of this session will help to counteract that as well. Okay, when we're ready, back to the middle, and we're going to bring those knees back up into a ball again, hugging them nice and tight into the body. Back to our side to side rolling, just rolling from the left to the right, from the left and to the right again. Keep that going, guys. Nice. Deep breath in and big sigh out. Deep breath in and a big sigh out. Well done. Perfect. Now, when you're ready, we're going to gradually rock ourselves up to a seated position, massaging that spine and coming up into seated. Now we're going to come into a cross-legged position here. I'm going to turn around to face you guys. As always, when we're crossing our legs, as I've said in quite a few of our stretching sessions, we always have one way that we stretch, that we cross our legs. Try to do it the other way. So wherever you're sat, cross them the other way for me. This will just help to counteract when you're sitting in the day with one leg on top of the other. This will just help to counteract that. Now from here, we're going to take the right arm out to the side. The left hand comes up onto the head. I'm going to gradually tilt it over to the side, stretching through the neck and into that shoulder as well. And just keep breathing, guys. Keep that breathing going. In and out. In and out. Well done. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, can you put any more, just a little bit more pressure, a little bit further with that stretch? Now, if you can also walk your fingers out a bit further to increase the stretch, as well as just tilting the head a little bit further as well. Nice, guys. Now we're going to let go, keeping the head where it is. Pop the left hand down. We're going to grab that chin, is going to tuck onto the chest as we roll the head round to the right hand side. The right hand comes up onto the side of the head, and now we're stretching the other side. Again, feel free to walk the fingers out or apply a little bit more pressure to increase that stretch if you can. And keep breathing. Well done, team. Nice. Just going to stay here for another 20 or so seconds. Every time you breathe out, can you increase that stretch a little bit more? Well done. Two more breaths here. And last one. Well done, guys. Let go with that right hand. Tuck the chin, and we're going to bring the head to the center. So it's tilted forwards. Our chin is on our chest, and we're in the center. Now we're going to bring both hands up and onto the back of the head, not the back of the neck, the back of the head. If you've got your hair up in a ponytail, you want to be around where that ponytail is sitting on the back of your head. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, just apply a little bit of pressure to the head to bring the chin a tiny bit closer to the chest. Now you should feel a nice stretch all down the back of your neck and just into the shoulder blades as well here. Going to stay here for about 30 seconds. Keep breathing, guys. I'm just going to come check that we're all okay. Fab. Great work. Keep that breathing going. Okay, and we're going to come back up slowly, really slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the hands on the back of the head. We're going to go back down again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That chin should be nicely tucked on the chest again. And we're going to stay here again for 30 seconds, feeling that stretch through the neck, breathing in and out, nice and slowly. Now, if you can, try and push the shoulders down as well. Don't have them hunched up towards your ears. Try and make sure that they're nice and down. This will help increase the stretch and just open up the space between those shoulder blades as well. Keep breathing. And we're going to roll up. Same as we did last time. For 5, keeping the hands on the back of the head. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you had those eyes closed, blink them open for a little second. Well done. And just give that head a bit of a shake, left, right, wherever you need to. Just give it a bit of a shake out. Now we're just going to go into a few shoulder rolls to wake the shoulders back up, wake that neck back up. So we're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears and back. You might feel a little bit of crunching in those shoulder blades. That's okay. Bring them forwards, up, and around to the back. I'm just going to do this 10 times before switching directions. Well done, guys. Ooh. Keep going. Nice and slow. Really feel every single little bit of that movement as you bring the shoulders down. 3 more. Nice. Last 2. And final 1. Okay, we're going to go back into stretching that neck out. The same cycle we've just been through. So the right arm is going to go out to the right hand side. Left hand comes up onto the head and gradually applying a little bit of pressure as we bring the head over, tilting it to the side, stretching through the neck and into the shoulder. Keeping breathing whilst we're here. Nice work, guys. Now on your next breath, can you walk those fingers any further? Do you want to apply any more pressure at all? Keep it around a 7 out of 10. We don't want to be pushing anything too much here. But here's your opportunity to go a little bit deeper if you'd like to. Okay, we're going to drop that left arm down, tilt the chin, and bring the head back to the right hand side, lifting the right arm and changing the side of the stretch. Well done. Find where you can feel that stretch. Walk the fingers where they need to be. For some of you, you may find that you need to walk them back slightly or forward slightly as well. That's fine. It's just all about the range of motion that you've got available to you. in that shoulder ball and socket joint, and where your tension is. You may find that you don't even need to apply any pressure to the head to feel the stretch. Just keep breathing here. Well done. Nice, guys. Bring that left arm up to meet the right on the back of the head and tip that head slowly back down to the chest. We're just going to do one stretch this time through the back of the neck. That chin sits on the chest as we breathe in. Relax those shoulders and push them away as you breathe out. Deep breath in and out. Well done. Now hold here for another 15 seconds. Close those eyes. Nice, guys. Keep it going. And we're going to roll that head back up again nice and slowly. We're going to take 10 seconds this time to bring the head up to the normal position. Whenever you're ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, lose the arms, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Meet me back up at the top. Hello. Fab. Now we're just going to do some seated spinal rotations whilst we're here. So you're going to take the left hand over to the right knee, and then the right arm is going to go behind you. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're just going to turn yourself so that you're looking to around 10 or 11 o'clock behind you. Now again, you might need to wiggle your hand about a little bit to find the best positioning for you, but once you're there, just imagine yourself breathing into any areas where you can feel tightness. So for me, I can feel some tightness kind of in just going above my left hip. So I'm going to breathe in, imagine that breath going down into the chest, through to that left hip, and then sighing it back out again, away. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, back to center, and pop that right hand onto the left knee. Left hand goes around behind you, and we're turning to around 1 or 2 o'clock, wherever you need to feel a little bit of a stretch in those shoulders, in that mid back, and for some of you into that lower back as well. Just remember to keep breathing. And on that exhale now, can you find any more of a stretch? Do you need anything else? If you do, now's the time. We're going to meet back in center in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go, guys. Give it all a shake out. Have a little bit of a sip of water if you need. Okay, now you guys are sat this way, so I'm going to come back to join you. We are going to come up onto those knees, untuck the feet, and we're going to meet in our tabletop position. So we want to make sure that our hands are directly underneath the shoulders and the knees are directly underneath the hips as well. Now we're going to come back into our child's pose position. So just gradually bringing the body back onto those heels, trying to get that forehead onto the mat if you can. Just a nice resting position. Breathing in and out. And we're going to come back up to tabletop, pushing ourselves up and back down to that child's pose again. Now we're going to move through 10 reps of this in our own time. So we're coming up to tabletop, back to child's pose. Move at your own pace. And if there's anywhere else you want to stretch through during this movement, if you want to give it a bit of a wiggle as you come up, feel free to do so. Nice, guys. Keep it going. Whatever speed you want to go at for these is completely fine. Another 5 reps to go. Nice. Last 3 now. Give that wiggle if it's needed as you go down into child's pose. And as you come back up, oh, might need to shake it off a little bit. That's fine. 2 more. And the last one. Okay, guys, well done. Now we're going to meet in a kneeling position. So grab one of your cushions in case you need it. And we are going to meet in kneeling. So slide it underneath your left knee and bring the right knee up to a 90-degree angle. Now, some of you may be fine without the cushion, but if you're on quite a solid surface, you might find it's a little bit comfier for you with the cushion. You get mine in the right place. There we go. So now we're going to start some lower body stretching here. We're going to work into the quads, into the hips, into the glutes as well. So for this first stretch, if you're near a wall, feel free to stabilize yourself with a light grip. Now we're going to take the left hand behind us and bring that left leg up into the hand. You want to be catching the bottom of the shin, or if you're taking the ankle, just be careful around that joint, especially if you've got any previous injuries. As you bring that up, you should start to feel a nice stretch down the front of the quad here. Now, if you want to, you can start to bend into that right knee as well, so that we start to really stretch into that hip joint as well as the quad. If you're staying further upright, you're more likely to feel this more in the quads. And if you're coming down a little bit into that position, you're going to be starting to feel it in the hips. Or if you like, you can rock kind of back and forwards between the two as well. I'm just going to stay in whichever one of these positions, either rocking or into the hip or in the quad for 30 seconds. I'm going to stay up in the quad stretch. Now remember, if you want to apply some more pressure, you can take the other hand as well. But for me, I'm just going to keep it nice and stable on the side. Well done, guys. Now keep that breathing going. Well done. Nice. And I'm going to swap over those knees in 3, in 2, and in 1. Let go. Slide that cushion over to the right knee, pop it down, and bring the left knee up. Oh, feel like I've just definitely stretched that. Now, if you've got a wall nearby, now's your time to grab it. I've just realized that I have one on this side, but luckily I'm more stable on this side. Grab your right hand, and we're reaching back again for that leg. Oh, now you should start to feel a nice stretch down the front of that quad. For some of you, you may find this side is tighter than the other. My right hand side is a lot tighter, and that's because I lead with my right leg a lot of the time. I'm right-handed, so that's fairly normal. You might find the same. If you're right-handed, you're likely to be a little bit tighter in the right-hand side of your body and vice versa. So again, your choice here. You can bend slightly further forward on that front knee and really get into that hip, or you can keep it up in the quad stretch, whatever you feel you need today. And we're just going to stay here for 30 seconds. Of course, the option to kind of rock back and forth if that's what you need, a little bit of mobility this evening. Well done, guys. Another 20 seconds here. And we're going to drop that foot nice and slowly in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and in 1. Well done. Okay, remove that cushion, and we're going to come sitting on the bum with our legs out in front of us now. So we've done this one in previous weeks, and those of you who've been here, you'll remember, if you need a slight bend in your knee to do this stretch, that is absolutely fine. We're going to forward fold over our legs. So bring the arms out in front of you and gradually bend from the hip, making sure that you're keeping the back as straight as you can, gradually bending from the hip to reach for those toes. Now you should feel this nicely down the back of those hamstrings. For some of you, you may feel it slightly into your calves as well. If you're really flexible, you might find that your legs are flat on the floor. Not me today, but whatever works for you to feel this stretch is great. Just try and keep that posture good through the back as well. We've just done some upper body stretching, so we don't want to start hunching over and counteracting all of that as we go. Well done, guys. Now, while we're here, start to pedal it out. So lower your left leg down, lift the right knee up a little bit, and then vice versa, swapping over, pedaling through those legs, a little bit like we have in the downward dog position before, but just from this position instead. Nice, guys, keep it going. And we're going to meet back in the static stretch again, holding for another 20 seconds. Nice. Try and keep that posture nice and upright. Ooh. Great work. Another 10 seconds here. Perfect, guys. And slowly shuffle your bum forwards and gradually lower yourself down to the floor. We're going to come in to a little bit of glute stretching now. So you're going to bring that right foot up onto the left knee. Going to lean through the gap, taking a hold of the back of the left hamstring. Now you can take the shin instead if you want. Just be very careful around the knee joint, preferably the back of the hamstring if you can. Bring that leg in towards you. And now you want to imagine that the right knee is being pushed away from you. We're not going to add any pressure there today, but just imagine it's being pushed away from you and try and tilt into that slightly. And you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch into that right glute. Nice deep breathing. For those of you whose sessions have been squat dominant this week, or of course the runners among you, you will definitely be feeling this one. I'm just going to stay here, relax the shoulders, and on the next breath out, can you pull that leg any closer? Hold it there, and we're going to stick here for 30 seconds. Well done, guys. Keep it there. Keep holding that leg back. Just going to come check in on how we're doing. Well done, team. Hold it there. Keep breathing. I know I say it a lot, but focusing on making sure you're breathing during these stretches is really key. It will mean that you can focus really well on breathing during your sessions as well, whether that's out running, whether that's whilst you're lifting, wherever it is, we always have a focus on making sure that we're still breathing and getting oxygen to those muscles. Whenever you're ready, just gradually bring that left foot down to the floor again. Uncross that right leg. Bring that left leg up onto the right knee, leaning through and taking a hold of the back of the right leg or the shin, careful of the knee. Head back down to the mat and pull towards you. Now again, if you're tighter on one side than the other, that's completely normal. You may also find, guys, it's slightly comfier for you if you're on a cushion as well, especially if you're on a hard floor. That's no worries at all. Feel free to grab your pillow, pop it under your head. This session is all about comfort and having a nice relaxing end to the week. Now, just as we said on the other side, imagine that left knee is being pushed away from you. And you'll start to feel a little bit more of a stretch. Keeping the breathing going. And on the next exhale, can you bring that leg any closer? Well done. Keeping that upper body nice and relaxed. We're now going to stay here on this side for 30 seconds. Just breathing. Close the eyes if you can. If it feels right, close them down. I'll try and tune out from anything that's happened this week, any stresses you've had, any stress you're experiencing at the moment. Forget about it all. And just take this time that we have every week for yourself, a little bit of a breather and a break. Well done. Keep breathing. Nice, guys. And we're going to lower that foot down, back to the floor in 3, in 2, and in 1. Pop that right foot down onto the floor. Unfold that left leg. Now, we're just going to have a bit of a counter stretch here. So we're going to bring the palms. Who knew our feet had palms? Soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out to the side. Just opening up the groin, opening up our hips, and just letting them stretch out nicely. Now take your hands up overhead and give it a big stretch, just like we did at the beginning. I'm just going to stay here, wherever feels comfortable for you, for a minute or so. Completely tuning out. Close those eyes down. I'm going to leave you here for a minute, and I'll let you know when we've just got a few seconds left to go. Keep that breathing going. Nice, guys. When you're ready, just going to slowly bring those arms into the chest and bring ourselves up into a seated position, keeping the soles of the feet together. I'm just going to twist around so I can see you. Now, you may find it's a little bit comfier in this position to sit on your cushion. If you need, that's totally fine. I'm going to have the soles of the feet together, taking our hands around the soles of the feet. We're just going to imagine those knees are being forced by some weight down to the floor. Now, gravity will bring them down. But if you need to push them a little bit further, just imagine someone's put a brick on top of each knee and just stretching out that groin area again. Nice. Again, try and keep that back nice and upright. Don't undo all of the stretching we did in the upper body by hunching over now. Very tempting, but try and keep yourself sat upright. Now, some of you will have the feet closer, some of you will have them further away. Wherever you are, that's totally fine. It's totally individual to yourself. Well done. Great work, guys. Nice. Okay, we're going to keep the right leg where it is, but we're going to take that left leg out to the side. My cushions are in the way. Sorry, one sec. We're going to take that left leg out to the side, and the right foot is going to be near or be touching the inner thigh. Now, on the left leg, we want the foot to be flexed and kind of coming towards us. So not pointed, nice and flexed. We're going to turn our hips to face that way so that our chest is facing that way. I'm going to gradually forward fold just over that left leg. Again, try and keep the body nice and open if you can. Now we're just going to do this with the left arm. With the right arm, we're going to stretch up to the sky, opening up that chest. Now you should feel a stretch here, both through the back of the hamstring, but also in the lower back on your right hand side as well. Nice, team. Keep breathing. Imagine that breath going down into any areas where you feel any tension. Nice. And when you're ready, just come back up to the center again. I'm going to switch those legs over. Now my water's in the way. This isn't going well, is it? Perfect. Left foot in, right foot out to the side, gradually forward folding, much tighter, over to that right hand side again. Try and keep the shoulders back and nice posture in the upper body. Right arm onto the leg and left arm opens up and through. If you can, look up to that hand, follow it with your eyes. If you need a little bit of a bend in the leg, that's absolutely fine. Depends on your level of flexibility. And as always, just keep breathing. Nice, guys. Perfect. We're going to come back up to the middle. Feet are going to come back together or out in front of you, wherever you feel comfortable. We're just going to work through a few upper arm stretches now. So we've done this one before. I'm just going to turn around to show you. You guys stay where you are. We're going to take the right arm up behind the head. Left hand comes up the back to meet it. And if you can, bring them into meet. If not, just wherever you can get them to is absolutely fine. Should start to feel that stretch through the tricep on the upper arm. Turn back around. Hello. There we go. Well done, guys. Again, keep that gaze forwards. Try and keep the upper body straight, not hunched over. And keep breathing. Now we're going to let go with that left arm. Bring that up in front of us. And the right arm is going to come across the body. And then we're going to use the left arm just tight. Bring that in towards you as well. Stretching out that shoulder and also through into the upper arm as well. Fab, well done, guys. Keep the breathing going. And try and keep that hand on the right arm nice and relaxed. Wherever you need it to be. Try and let go of any tension that you might have there. Nice. And when you're ready, the left arm comes up over the head and the right arm swaps and we're stretching out the other way. Again, as we've felt in quite a few of these stretches, you may have one side that's a lot tighter than the other or where you've got more mobility than the other. That's completely fine. You might have one side where you can touch the hands at the back, one side where you can't. Just make sure that in that post-session stretching you're doing, we're integrating stretches all the time to try and increase that range of motion, holding them for anywhere between 30 seconds and a minute. And when you're ready, the right arm comes up in front, the left arm comes over, and we're pulling this side gradually in towards us to feel that stretch through the shoulder, through the upper arm. And again, let go of any tension in that hand. Our hands have a lot more tension than you realize. All the typing that we do, holding our phones, holding our laptops, holding our mouses. Just let it go. Nice, guys. Another deep breath. And then let go of those arms. Give them a shake if you need to. We're just going to do a couple more of our openers that we did. So the left leg back out to the side, right foot either touching the thigh, inner thigh, or just away from it, wherever's comfortable for you. We're going to fold over that leg with one arm again, stretching into that hamstring. Once you've got that stretch in the leg, opening up towards the ceiling with the right arm, looking up towards the hand and making sure to breathe nice and deep. Well done. Now, if having the arm up is a little bit too much for you, feel free to just come down to that fold. That's absolutely fine. If you've got a bit more, try and flex the foot a bit closer, toes pointing up to the face, and that'll give you a little bit more of a stretch in that hamstring. Going to stay here for another 10. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wimble yourself up. Swap those legs over. Right leg goes out, left leg comes in, and we're back into that forward fold over the foot. And if you're opening up, open up with me now. Looking up towards the left arm. Remember, option here to just be forward folding. And if you want to increase that stretch a little bit more this time, tilt those toes up towards the forehead. Perfect, well done. Another 10 seconds here. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly wimble yourself up. And we're going to swivel the bum round. Feet come flat onto the floor. And we're just gradually, arms out, going to lower ourselves. Going to feel this in the core. Gradually lowering yourself down to the floor. Vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow. And when you reach the floor, close those eyes down where you are. Hands come down to the sides, palms up, palms down, whatever's comfortable for you. For the feet, you can have the knees out splaying, you can have the feet outstretched, or you can keep them bent up, wherever you're comfortable. And we're just going to finish today's session with a couple of minutes of you time. I'll let you know when it's coming to an end, but try and zone out, try and breathe into any areas you've got any remaining tension, and just close off from the world around you. Well done, guys. Staying there for another minute or so. We're going to gradually bring a little bit of movement back to those fingers and toes, give them a wiggle. Keep those eyes closed though. Now, just like we did at the beginning, we're going to take our hands, stretch them over the head, point those toes out and stretch for the walls either side of you. Biggest stretch of the session. And in 3, 2, 1, release it all off. Land that body on the floor wherever you are. Staying here. One more of those. One more big stretch, pushing the hands away, pushing the feet away. Hold, 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 hold. Keep breathing. And in 3, 2, breathe in and a big sigh and let go. Gradually bring yourself up to a seated position, keeping those eyes closed for me. Hands come onto the knees. Try and sit upright, shoulders back and down. Hopefully feeling a little bit more refreshed than when we started the session. A little bit looser in some areas. Or maybe it's taught you a few areas that you need to focus on, that you could feel quite a lot of tightness in today. If that's the case, just ping me a message. Happy to advise on any additional stretches for those specific areas as well. If you've enjoyed any particular stretches today, try and incorporate them into your post-run or post-workout or post-strength session stretching as well. Well done, team. Gradually blink those eyes back open, and you are back with me. Hello, how's everyone doing? Well done. I'm going to stop the recording for today now.